Okay, people, I'll be with you in just a second, yeah? Just need to get my live stream tab up. I know you motherfuckers are quick in here, so you have to bear with me. Okay. Hold up, peeps. I'll be with you in just a sec. Okay, that is done. Right, where's my live stream tab at? Where are you motherfuckers? Right. I see you guys. Where are you? Do I see you? Do I see you, Donnie? Noodle, my man. Why are you coming in and dropping that? Sorry. Literally the first thing I see. My guy, bro. You didn't have to do that, but that is greatly appreciated, my man. Thank you so much. And I agree. Best base for MMA, my man. Best fucking base. Donnie, 12 was a dud. I mean, it was a dud on paper and it was a dud in reality, which is not really the norm. I think normally when we look at cards like this, it's, I often say it a lot, and I think it's a common phrase, is the cards that are worst on paper often end up being the best. And I don't think that was one of those, it wasn't one of those days today. So I'm in agreement. But I thought some of the prelims were quite strong. I thought the Jack Jenkins fight was pretty fun. There was a real banger. Like was it the first fight of the night or the second one? That was a real banger. I can't remember. There was a few good ones in there, but yeah, I mean, you get what you get, isn't it? You know what I mean? I don't think anyone was looking at that main card and saying, "Holy shit, this is a godsend," right? But I don't know. I guess we expected more. I feel like sometimes we got to be a little bit grateful as MMA fans, but equally, I think it's fair to criticize. I think it's more than fair. Sorry, got subbed by Santos. Yeah. That was a good performance from both guys, though. I can't lie. Both guys look good. Like, obviously, it was kind of a war, like a war of attrition, right? Whoever came out on top came out on top. I think you could have done that fight multiple times, and the result would have been different each time. So, not too fussed about that one. In terms of Jack Jenkins' stock loss, I don't think so. He looks good. Santos looked very good, though. I have to say, he looked better. I think his DC was waffling on the comms, though. Absolutely waffling. He said. He was like, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I might be wrong here, actually. He was like, oh, yeah, I was there for both of Gabriel Santos' fights. And one of them was against Lerone Murphy. And that was at London at 286. And I was there. And I'm pretty sure he wasn't on the desk. So he was waffling. Now, bro, why are you streaming so consistently? I know, right? I'm trying. I'm trying to get... Listen, we had a lot of stuff in the way. And I had breaks here and there. So that was always going to be a factor. But, we're back on our regular schedule now. It's good to see you, bro. We do. I promise. I try. I said I'd be back. I am back. And I'm telling you, I mentioned it briefly on the Discord. I'm telling you, this Volkanovski video I'm working on right now, it is a massive, massive project. Massive. It's probably, if I had to ballpark the runtime, we're talking at least half an hour, probably more than half an hour, to be honest, for the video. But I'm telling you, I started just like editing bits that I wanted to do first, like big cinematic sequences. I'm telling you, I'm doing the 284 bit with the first Islam Makhachev fight, and I'm really going different than I normally do it, and you guys are going to love it. I'm telling you, I'm putting it together now, and I was like, it's a banger when you start smiling and you start replaying the bit over and over because you've just made something really fucking cool. So that's what I'm done. But yeah, I think the only downside to it is because I got COVID, it's made recording a bitch. So I've barely made any progress in terms of the video overall because I can't record. My voice sounds still not great. It's better now. I've done a little bit more today, but it's still not ideal. And I'm going to have to re-record some of the old bits. So I've literally only recorded about, like a third of it. So like maybe a bit over a third. So there's still a lot to do. So it's going to be a while. Yeah, I'm all right, Ryan. I'm fine now. It's just my throat's still a little bit messed up, man. That's just how it is. Can't do much about it. What's up, Wolf? Good to see you again, my man. It's been a little while since you've been there. I know you've been missing streams. Not that it matters, bro. Of course not. I'm not bothered, but I appreciate you, bro. How you doing? And thank you for the kind words, of course. Also on DC's wild commentary of Suarez. Yeah, he's always like that with wrestlers. He's always like that with like Khabib and Islam, and he's always been like that. So I'm not too bothered. But I picked Suarez to win. I don't really know why, because my original pick was Wei Li, and I was like, she is really fucking good, and I think she'll just beat Suarez everywhere. And then I kind of my gut feeling changed, which is rare. And maybe I should just trust my original thoughts. Here we are. I've been asleep all day because I put my back up a few days ago. I fucked my back up the other day, but I'm okay. So I don't envy your position because I've been there before as well, and it's not nice. Match pick as far as, yeah, I don't really know why I did that. But I got my DDP prediction pretty much bang on. So I said Dricus by decision, and I said it would be more dominant than the first fight. So I don't know. Maybe I'm a visionary. No, I'm not. I'm not at all. Wasn't to Chimaev Aspinall next 2 years or so. Why? Why would that happen? What, Glover Teixeira? Or are you saying a different Teixeira that I don't know about because I'm kind of a casual now when it comes to keeping up with the general MMA space? I just make videos on cool fucking people that I like. Like, that's my point now. I'm so, like, out of the loop. You're gonna have to fill me in, bro. Yeah, I have no idea who that is, bro. This is what I mean. I'm so out of this. Has he fought in the UFC? Did he just make his debut at 312? Because I missed some of the early fights. So if it was one of the earliest ones, then I missed it. I mean, sure, he got a first round knockout, but he was fighting a can. And he was on the Contender Series. Oh, I saw it. No, the tougher fight. No, I watched it. Yeah, sorry. My bad. I completely missed the name. No. Yeah, no, I saw that. No, it was a nice finish. It reminded me of a more modern heavyweight. So at least there's something. It was nice. But Junior Tough is not exactly... I mean, come on. Let's not kid ourselves here. He's not exactly the pinnacle of the sport. So I'm not... I think we'll hold our horses for a little bit. You guys are getting too excited. Yeah, listen, I'm a casual, boys. I don't keep up with these guys. Like, yeah, sure, he made his UFC debut and knocked out Junior Tafo. What did he do? Giant Jenkins cut his hair. I'm now calling you Tom Nolan. Okay, fine. I mean, yeah, I don't know why he cut the money. He looked a lot better with it. Jonathan, I'm scared to say these names now. This is when you guys done irreversible damage to my brain. Was he on the card as well? Honestly, I forget all the names, bro. I was like watching it, just sort of like, you know, when you just tune out completely and you're just watching like that. That was where I was at. Did he fight? I thought Jake Matthews looked really good though. I mean, he always is really good to watch. He's one of my favorite fights to watch. Some of the, like, striking wise, he's just awesome to watch. So I liked his performance. He looked good. Wang Kong had a good performance as well. Taporia was okay at best. Like Alexander, of course, I'm referring to his brother. Oh, the McLeave Giuseppe fight. Yeah, I missed that. That was the early one I missed. I saw the Anshul Jabuli knockout, or he got KO'd rather. And I saw a couple of the other ones, but I was out of it until some of the later fights. 92nd KO. Yeah, that was against Jabuli, right? Everyone's talking about a bad stoppage. It was not a bad stoppage. He was out cold going down, and the floor woke him back up. It wasn't an early stoppage. It just looked bad because he started. The thing is, he panic wrestled. Loads of people do that. He was out, bro. I'm not ready to apologize to Wei Li. I got it wrong. Whoop-de-doo. I like Wei Li Zhang, and she's very good. I'd like to see her versus Shevchenko, to be honest with you. But to be honest with you, though, I'm saying that. But I think, and this is coming from someone who's, of course, a huge Shevchenko fan. In fact, my first, if you want to call it a big break on YouTube, was a video on her. And she's been one of my favorite fighters for a long time. But I think Mano Fierro will do her. I think Mano Fierro will beat her up. And I don't want to say that, but it's just because Fierro's in her prime and she is big. You know, she's a lot bigger than Valentina. So we'll see. I don't know. But I know that Wei Li Zhang versus Shevchenko fight has been tattered for a while, and Wei Li was talking about moving up. It makes sense now. But we'll see. I will not stop saying whoop-de-doo, bro. Some Australians from Denmark Contender Series are legit. Yeah, I mean, it's what happens when you get more investment in MMA. In fact, it's interesting you say that because I was sort of looking at clips of the Volkanovski video I could use and stuff like that, just general research. And Volkanovski was talking about, I was looking at his vlog with Colby Thickness, so of course fought on the card. And he said back then, Colby was training with me and we had no one in the gym. Really, we had no sparring partners. It was literally just me and then Colby as well. And that's just an interesting point because you see how influential a guy like Volkanovski is because he really ushered in, obviously along with Robert Whittaker, but in that sort of area of Australia, let's say, ushered in just a new range for MMA. So we're seeing the fruits of that now, you know? As soon as I saw the odds, I knew it was free money to bet on Wei Li as the dog. Yeah, I was confused at the odds on that too, to be honest with you. I didn't think, like, I know I switched to pick Suarez, which in hindsight is stupid as fuck. But yeah, the odds surprised me. I thought Wei Li, I only picked her because I thought she'd have decent odds on her. I thought she'd be a bit of a sizable underdog, but I don't understand where it was coming from that Weili Zhang was the underdog. Crazy. Always slickness is beautiful. Is good. He's got a good last name for that kind of vibe. Yeah, it does work, doesn't it, with that nickname? I thought he looked okay, to be honest with you. Not like stellar, but considering his lack of experience and his UFC debut on short notice, I think he looked good. So did Alexandre. He's a little bit more patient. He needs to be let loose a little bit more, like Ilya, I think. Will the Volk clip, do you mean video, end with the build for Volk to Poirier 2 or after the first fight? Just including the 312 storyline in the video. No, I'm not. I was just looking at passing clips. I'm not going to include that. I'm doing it up until the Topuria fight, and then it's sort of a positive. I call it more of a positive. How do I put it? It's like it's got a positive spin at the end, even though it ends with the Topuria loss. I'm not going to really say more than that in terms of how I'm framing it, because that's not really. I'm still mentally trying to figure out and put it together. But the script is all done and everything. I just need to record all of it and then start putting it together, which is going to take a long ass time. But that'll be out for next month. Literally, that'll be the next video. I know it'll be a long time in between the last video and the next one. Normally it won't be. I think I'm switching to a monthly Twitch. That's probably a play, monthly or every 2-3 weeks. I haven't fully decided. But for the Volkanovski one, I'm doing it over the month. It's gonna be sick. I promise you guys, it's gonna be awesome. Got the brand deal lined up for it, so I got to do that too. It's gonna be sick, guys. I'm telling you, it's gonna be sick. Honestly, it'll be my best video by a mile, and I think it's gonna perform really well too. I just hope Volkanovski Topuria gets announced, and not because I want to see Volkanovski get knocked out, because I don't. But I need the video to have essentially give it a chance to pick up. So I don't know. I'm concerned that it might be Makhachev. We'll see. What we might get, I feel like what we might get is Topuria Makhachev, and then we'll get Volkanovski Lopez as the interim. That's what I think might happen. I don't know. I think this is a lot of heart. Yeah, he's an Aussie, man. Of course he does. Wang Kong's overrated? No, she isn't. She just got caught in her last fight, getting too overzealous. She looked good against Bruna Brazil. And Bruna Brazil has been on a nice run recently. So, training with the Fighting Nerds now, she's looked a lot better than she used to. The Wang Kong had a good performance. She's not overrated. Give over. You're just trying to be contrarian. Ever consider hiring in a guest voiceover for a video? In what way? In the way, like, I know Academic does stuff like that. He gets people involved for certain chapters. I've considered it, but it's just logistically a bit of a pain in the ass. I don't really need. It's a cool idea though. I mean, I'd be more than happy to do it for other people. Sure. But no, I'm not going to. I'm not planning anytime soon. I'm quite proud of the way I've taken my sort of recording voice, and I feel like I'm good at that now. A lot better than I used to be. So I don't know. Probably not. Then I came up to you on Tuesday and allowed to book one fight in each division. Oh, bro, that's a big ass question, which I don't have the mental capacity for, because I can't. Again, I'm the casual man. I don't know anymore. I mean, obviously Aspinall Jones. If I had to pick one, of course it would be Aspinall Jones. And if it wasn't for my YouTube channel's sake, I'd say Topuria Makhachev. So any other circumstance, I would do Topuria Makhachev. So those two probably. Yeah, I think Moreno's a good fight. I have no idea who wins that. Moreno proved me wrong. I thought he looked really bad against who was it he fought not that long ago, and he just looked pretty off the pace and not very good. I can't remember, but then he showed up against Albazi and put on an absolute really nice clinic. So there is hair in front of my face. A really nice clinic against Albazi. So I don't know. Maybe he's proved me wrong. So I don't know. Now my thoughts have changed, especially since Ursay coming off the Kai Kara France fight. I don't know. Wish I could watch an Ergo masterclass on his birthday, on your birthday. What? Whose birthday is on that? I mean, I like Urseg, but that's a tough fight for him, man. It is. Overrated, she got dropped in the sub by a bum in the last fight. Bro, it happens. It's fucking mixed martial arts, bro. Marav lost his first 2 fights in the UFC. He lost to Ricky Simone. And someone who wasn't even good before that. I mean, and then now he's literally one of the best fighters in the world. So it does not define you. Wang Kong has clearly got good ability, man. I would not doubt her just yet or say she's overrated. I think it's just reactionary. Maxwell, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. Who wins between Rafael dos Anjos versus Islam if they were to fight? Are you talking about Prime? I'm assuming you're talking about Prime. And even if you are talking about Prime, I'd still pick Islam Makhachev. As much as I like RDA, I'm a fan of the guy. How does the Gaethje vs Hooker fight go? Love the fight. People are sleeping on Dan Hooker in that one, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I need to think about that because it's unstoppable force meets immovable objects. That's basically what that fight is. And I don't know. Depends if Hooker's chin can handle the Gaethje shots. Couldn't take Michael Chandler's, so we'll see. JVD, good to see you again, my man. How you doing, bro? How you doing? Prime? Yeah, I'd still pick Islam. I don't think that's a tall order for him either. I don't think that's a close fight. Strap can't talk to LAR MMA anymore. No, I'm not good with big questions, boys. I was never the academically smartest guy in the room. Nah, I'm fucking with you. I was okay. I was alright back in school. I did alright on my tests. I was just sort of right in the middle. Bro's been suplexed in jiu-jitsu too many times. No, I've never been suplexed, I don't think. I've been hit. I mean, I got hit with a blast double. So, like, in UFC 5, I don't know if maybe not in 5, but in UFC 4 and 3, there was that blast double animation, which was so insanely fucking fast. It just looked comical. I got hit with one of those in sparring, and it launched me so fucking far. I rolled straight backwards into mount, and then mounted guillotine the guy on the buzzer. Because he took me down and pinged me so far, I just took the momentum, rolled back, and then took him in mount and got straight into the guillotine. I think I might have mentioned that before, actually. But that's probably the craziest takedown that's been hit on me, even though it ended up in my favor. I have been ankle picked. That is humbling as fuck. If you've ever been ankle picked before, you're sitting there, and then suddenly you're on bottom, wondering what the fuck just happened to me, and it's the most humbling experience you can possibly go for. I got a suplex when I was 8 on my sofa for my older brother. We broke the coffee table. That sounds about right. I've been there. Maybe back when I was a kid, yeah. I want Hooker to beat Gaethje. It's one of those ones I don't want either guy to lose, to be honest with you. Adesanya Gaston Hall of Fame. Yes, yeah, I'm happy about that, Rahul. Good to see you again, my man. Why not? It's a legendary fight. Absolutely legendary fight. I mean, I couldn't think of many more deserving of getting into the Hall of Fame than that. I'd probably prefer to think of other shouts. That's an interesting question. Prahashka Teixeira will absolutely has to be in there. I hope it. I don't think it will be in a lot of ways, but it should be. It's a legendary fight. DDP second best middleweight of all time. No. What are you talking about? How's he better than Adesanya's? Like he could be. He could be. If he gets through Chimaev, I think we can definitely start asking that question. But I mean, come on. Adesanya's got 5 title defenses and he's a 2-time champ. You come off it. Let's not jump the gun here. And I like Dricus a lot, but he needs to do more. Resume is very good though, I will say. If Umar used Khabib's game plan against Morav, how would the fight look like? They're 2 different fighters. Umar doesn't have the cerebral talent that Khabib does when it comes to the wrestling, so I don't think it would work as well. He's a much better striker than he is a grappler. Then Morav is a grappler, so he should have kept it in that realm. Think Skiz unsubbed? I don't know. I don't care. We're done with that. I told you. If people are being racist in the Discord, there's no policy for that. Oh, sorry, there's no. I don't know what word I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I'm not having it, essentially. He started spam calling me, messaging me and shit. Like, I don't. It's not. You're not helping your case by doing that. So, anyway, we're done with that. Scrotum Tube MMA is a fucking crazy name, by the way. In other news, what the fuck? I've got to respect it, to be honest. Fair play. Dricus video popped up. Yeah, it did well, alright. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad. But we're working. That's kind of my... Listen, I'll explain to you. I think I mentioned it. Maybe I talked about it already. But, yeah, so here's the plan for the channel. So, as I said, switching to longer form content. Like, within 2 week to 1 month videos, gaps between, we're looking at something like that. You guys, I know the wait will be longer for you guys, and I apologize for that. But the result is you'll get much longer, much better videos, fully fleshed out. And, yeah, it's going to be very exciting. Of course, the games channel still staying the same. That's trying to do that once a week, trying to maintain that. I did the Sunset Overdrive video. If you guys checked that out, I was happy about that. That's just a nice place for me to ramble about games and shit. And of course, the podcast as well. So, yeah, Skiz is gone. He called John Jones a monkey. So, we don't tolerate that here. And then tried to play it off. The audacity to try and play it off as if he wasn't being racist is just fucking ridiculous. So, and as much as I hate John Jones, I don't give a shit. You don't say stuff like that. So yeah. That's a wrap. Not having it, man. You're welcome to, always welcome back, Wolf. Dricus survives the first against Hamzat, he's winning. Yeah, I don't know. It is a case of cardio, isn't it? Because Dricus showed again last night, ever since that nose surgery, he's a different animal. And whether Chimaev can withstand that, that's always the question with him, isn't it? This is one Achilles heel. That's the only I told you about any behind the scenes UFC news. Shut the fuck up, bro. Go to fight discussion, scroll up and look at the third paragraph I sent. Paragraph, bro. What are you doing over there? Where am I missing? Oh, hang on. DDP is the second greatest middleweight of all time. Beat Whitaker, Strickland ×2, Izzy Brunson until. I mean, sure, but Izzy's also beaten Whitaker twice, which I think is better win than beating Strickland twice. He's also beaten Brunson. He's also beaten Paulo Costa, who back then was a fucking animal. And Yoel Romero. I know wasn't the best forever, but he still beat him. And he's beaten Alex Pereira. Let's not get it twisted. He's knocked him out cold. I know Pereira beat him too, but that's besides the point. Who else has done that to Pereira in that division? Absolutely no one. Gastelum back then in his prime was a fucking animal. Beat him. Who else did he beat? Who am I missing? I mean, Vettori twice are pretty solid wins. Like, they're decent wins. But if you're mentioning Brunson, then that's the same caliber as Vettori, if you ask me. So I think that's fair. I really don't. You're using the quality over quantity argument, but you can use that argument, and I still think Adesanya pips him. So I don't really see it. And beating Cannonier is a very solid win. Cannonier beat Sean Strickland. How are you going to sit here and say that's not a solid win, beating Jared Cannonier? And beating Vettori Whitaker twice. You could argue Whitaker beat him the second time, but every fighter has one of those. And weight drain Pereira is not an excuse. Come off it, bro. I know you're saying good win, but you're adding these caveats. Dricus could get there. He could surpass his legacy, but not yet. Not yet. It's too early. How long was the Volk video? I hope it was a long one. It's tough to say. Yeah, I'm ballparking off the script. I've recorded the first 15 minutes of it, and that's in total. That's probably how many words was that? Let me see what bit I got up to into the script, and I can give you a ballpark. Where did I get up to? Was it here? I mean, early. Like, I'm talking. I think it was here. Yeah, hang on. So if I scroll that, I'd probably say like 37 to 40 minutes, maybe a bit less, maybe a bit more. It's hard to say. Let's call it between 35 and 45 minutes as a very rough ballpark. Something like that. Oh, I'm not muted, bro. I'm not muted, bro. Don't troll me. I ain't muted. I know I'm not muted. I'm not having it, bro. Get out of here, man. But yeah, but yeah, that's the ballpark for the video I'm looking at right now. Around 35 to 45 minutes. Might be a little bit less because I end up cutting stuff you see that maybe I don't think is necessary. Bits of the script that I just don't need. Things change. So it's very early to say, but we don't know. But it'll be good, and the quality overall will be better as well. It's not like I'm rushing a video to stretch it out. Every bit of the video will be the higher quality as well. So you guys are going to get a banger out of it. Yo, Raheem, my man, thank you very kindly for the £2. I think Ilya beats Islam. I think he does as well. But we'll go. That might be a discussion for another day. We'll have to wait and see. Because I think we'll get that fight. We'll get that fight soon. But yeah, that's good. I'm very excited for that if it comes. One of the highest level matchups you can make right now. Izzy takes a bit casual. How's that a casual take? Their resumes are comparable, bro. They're very comparable. No, it's not. Izzy is bad. Izzy is not, bro. Oh man, this revisionism is crazy. I'm sorry, like what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I know it's probably bait, but I'm gonna fucking rise to it anyway because I feel like it. But I mean, really, we're talking about a man with 5 fucking title defenses, and you're saying his resume's bad. Just give over, bro. I'm sorry. Dricus has defended his belt twice, which is very impressive. Very impressive. Leon Edwards did the same thing, and you don't hear people talking about it. And he beat a legend in Usman in his title defense. After he knocked him out, of course. And then he beat a Colby Covington as well, which may not have aged well as much as it did the Usman fight, but that's my point. I mean, you got to put Leon in the same bracket then. It's like, or at least very similar. If we're talking about title defenses, I'm not gonna. There's no way I'm gonna concede that Dricus du Plessis has a better resume than Adesanya. He might do if he keeps his trajectory, and if he does, great, sure. But I don't know, man. Be a bunch of top 50 contenders as title defenses. Well, yeah, that's your job. That's what pretty much every champion does. Like, what? You have to take into account each matchup. There's asterisks against a lot of his wins. Is there? Which ones? Which ones? I think the only one you could even argue is... I don't even know. I don't even know. Wilf, my man. I don't know how many months that is you've got rocking on there, but I appreciate it, brother. You're an OG of the game. Well, most of you guys are, to be honest. All of you guys are OGs. But Wolf gets special love. Shout out the gang. Thank you, my man. If Usman's reign is overrated because of rematches, as you said, and so is Izzy's. I mean, no, I wouldn't. The only reason I say that, I understand your point. The only reason I wouldn't say that is because with Usman, I don't think the quality of rematches is the same. Like, beating a guy like, it's more so he fought him twice in his reign. And in particular, those rematches, you're talking about a guy like Robert Whittaker versus Jorge Masvidal. Rematching Robert Whittaker is a very, very valid win. Rematching Masvidal because you want to make more money is definitely not in the same way, hence why I criticize it. So, Colby Covington is fine. I was never that bothered about the rematch. I value it less if you're rematching the same guys rather than fighting new talent. I think that takes more skill. But if it's a guy like Robert Whittaker, I can't really complain about it because he's one of the best fighters in the middleweight division's history. So, you know. Why are you so flustered? I'm just passionate, man. Simple as that. DDP finished Rob. Izzy arguably lost second matchup against him. Yeah, you could say this all the other way. DDP nearly got finished by Darren Till, bruv. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I mean, you could go around in circles doing this. You really could. Laps last month. Don't apologize, bro. I appreciate you. Any retitle contender he lost to, like Rob to, Alex, Sean, or DDP? I mean, that's just complete waffle, isn't it? I mean, he lost to Sean and DDP because he was out of his prime. And I'm not saying that he would have beat them in his prime. We will never really know, but he's obvious he's not as good as he used to be. He's not as fast and reactive as he used to be. This is just what happens. This is bullshit revisionism about guys not being that good the moment they fall off because they get old. Like every MMA fighter ever. Ridiculous. Is he 50-50 fire in his last 6 matchups? DDP undefeated in the UFC? Yeah, because he's old. Dricus will get old and he will follow that same route unless he retires like Khabib did. Just like every champion ever. They will go, they will decline, and they will lose their belt, and then they'll lose again, and suddenly they're not immortal, and they're not as godly as they used to be, because they're older, and some young, hungry guy comes and takes the belt off of them. This just happens to every fighter. I don't understand why we're using this to critique Adesanya, when it's happened to every man before him. It happened to Anderson Silva. That guy looked like he could not be touched in the cage, until he was, and then he fell off. It's nothing wrong with it. It's just how the game goes. So, it's... Like, Khabib would have fallen off if he stayed. If Khabib kept staying, eventually someone would have beaten him. I don't think you guys realize that. Like, this goes. He rematched Jorge because no one wanted to fight him. Are you joking? He called him out personally for a rematch because he wanted to make more money on a pay-per-view, which is the smart thing to do. I understand it. He's trying to make a bag. And their first fight did a huge amount of numbers. Why wouldn't he do that? Leon Edwards was literally... like deserving of the title shot at the time, and he didn't get it because Usman called out Masvidal for the second time. That's complete. What kind of argument is that? Ridiculous. Arman versus Khabib. You got Khabib, of course. We're talking prime. Any version of Izzy loses to Sean at 293. I don't know if I agree with that, but we'll never know. It's a hypothetical at that point, so I can't really make the argument. You know, how his prime division caught up. Gastelum matchup proves that he went on a big skid directly. Proves that as he went on a big skid directly afterwards. Bro, of course he fell off. He's 35. Why do you think the over 35 curse exists? Because you get older, you get slower. And it's even more prevalent for a guy like Adesanya because he relies on his reaction time and his speed. And when you lose that, which is one of the first things you lose as an MMA fighter as you get older, or at least out of your prime, that's what happens. People just don't like it. Exactly. It's just people are saying it because they want an excuse because they don't like Adesanya. That's just it. Did you actually really say on a podcast he would sub Khabib in round 2? I saw someone say something about it, but I haven't seen the clip. I mean, I'm not mad at him for saying that, to be honest with you. You got to back yourself. At the end of the day, you guys, you got to understand, to be the best in this game, you have to be straight up fucking delusional. You have to be literally delusional about how good you are. You have to just solely believe you're the best fighter on the planet, so you are. So I have no problems with fighters saying shit like that. You got to back yourself in the day. What are you going to say? You're going to lose to him? No. Save that shit for after your career, after you've been and done all the best shit in the world. You've been the best. Save it for after that. Only 35 curse only applies to light those. That's just not true at all. It just scales differently. Obviously, at heavyweight, it doesn't matter as much because you can rely on power, but you're acting like there isn't still some level of technicality at middleweight where your speed and reaction times matter, because of course they do. Did he look the best he ever did against DDP? No, he didn't. He looked slow. He looked good. He looked more measured. That's because DDP isn't the fastest. He can afford to do that. He couldn't do that against Chimaev. He did not look the best he's ever did against DDP. I think his best performance was probably, I want to say that probably the Whittaker, the one where he won the belt in. That Whittaker performance is masterful. I'd probably go with that. KO Izzy predictions. Kaya Barrow would knock him out, I think. Right now, yeah. Prime Izzy, no. When we're getting a Diego Lopez fight, I don't know. Maybe Volkanovski for an interim belt. That's my 2 cents, bro. Hard to say though. Yeah, it's cost of performance actually. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Those two. That and the cost of performance, yeah. Just shut up. Hamzat Shmash, Reformed Stoic. Interesting name. I don't know, bro. Good to see you though, my man. I don't know. I'm very torn on the fight. It's all about the cardio. That's, as I said earlier, it's about the biggest question when it comes to a Chimaev performance is, can people get past him through the first or second round? Robert Whittaker couldn't do that. But that fight may have been different if he did. Have I watched Severance? No, I haven't. I don't really watch TV too much, to be honest with you, because I'll tell you why. Because if I watch a TV show, I'm gonna get invested in, and I'll lose my life for the next like week and a half, 2 weeks, binging the shit, and then I won't get any work done. That's why I don't watch TV. Literally, that's why. I'm gonna head out, enjoy Castle. What are you talking about, bro? Have a good one though, my man. Cost was one of Izzy's best performances. Yeah, for sure. Kevin, my man, how you doing? The way DDB's cardio held up in that fight was insane. Did not expect that. Are you talking about the Adesanya one or the Strickland rematch? Either way, I agree. This is what happened. I mean, people used to make jokes. I made the joke in my video about oxygenated Duplessis, the mythical fighter, but he keeps proving that it's absolutely a thing because that nose surgery turned his career on its head. Because I remember, actually, there was a clip of him on a podcast recently when he was doing the media rounds before the fight. And he was talking about after the Brunson performance, which was a grueling fight where, in a lot of bits in that fight, he looked like he was in trouble. And he looked tired, drained, and everything. And his family said, you're not going to be world champion if you fight like that. And obviously, he took those words to heart because he went and became champ. But the nose surgery was after that fight. And you could see the difference night and day. So it's kind of surreal, isn't it? Because normally stuff like that, you don't read too much into it. It's not like, oh, yeah, he got surgery, cool. Maybe he'll be a bit better. Or rather, it just neutralizes any slight issues they have. But it made him better. Miles better. Bet on fight, Rocco Costa was a banger. Great fight. 278 co-main. I remember because I was staying up to watch Leon Edwards make history. I do remember. That was an awesome fight. Yeah. Rocco rubbing blood in Costa's face. Awesome. He was 33 when he fought Sean. Is he out of his prime then too? I mean, you can make less so, of course. But fighters peak at different points. And you got to understand, is he been fighting at the top level for 5 years? What was it? Wasn't that 12 fights he went without being in a title fight or something like that? Something ridiculous. What was the stat? Maybe I'm wrong with the number there, but there was some insane number before he fought Imavov. It was like the first time he'd been in a non-title bout in a stupid amount of time. Like, he's been fighting actively for a long ass time. People don't appreciate it, man. He was so active in his title reign. Honestly. And people still give him shit. Stupid. How would a rematch of Umar Merab go? I pick Merab again, as I did the first time. Merab is just that guy, man. He's very good. Be a very close fight, though. DDP was supposed to be an easy win for Whittaker, but he proved the world wrong. He proved me wrong, bro. If you go back far enough and go on our podcast, you can find a clip of me shit talking Dricus. Unashamedly. I'm happy to own that because he made me eat my words, and I'm grateful for it. But I was like, there's no plausible way this man beats Robert Whittaker. It was after the Brunson fight. So, listen, if he got his nose surgery before the Brunson fight, I'm sure that one would have gone a lot different, and I probably would have been less apprehensive towards the Whittaker fight. But, yeah, I mean, he blew my mind in that one. Who's the most well-rounded fight between Volk, DJ, GSP, and Islam? What a great question, Maxwell. I think DJ. I think he's the most complete MMA fighter we've ever seen, in my opinion. I think GSP striking was good, but it was quite functional. Like, he had some good sort of slick techniques, but it was usually just to enable his wrestling for the most part, I'd say. DJ really had everything, in my opinion. Volkanovski, I think you could argue maybe as well as on a similar level. I put it DJ, Volk. Again, I don't know, I'm randomly holding these Switch Joy-Cons. I'm just filling with them. They ain't going to charge. Volk, DJ and Volk I'd probably put at the 1 and 2. Then is Islam, then GSP. That's what I'd put. Ever consider a slight little karate combat video? There's some banging fights over there. I like karate combat, and of course, I've interviewed their president, Asim, lovely guy. Passionate about combat sports, which I think is the most important thing when you're getting into that business. But I don't think I'll do a video on it just because it's just a bit. One, my knowledge isn't good enough, and I want to. As I always say, if I'm going to provide content for you guys, I want to make sure it's to the best I can. And I don't know enough about karate combat outside of watching the highlights and stuff, and their general sort of business operation. That I'd want to do a full-fledged video on it. Also, I just don't think it would do that well either. Well, it's not like maybe I would. I don't know. Again, I'm still planning on doing that Mighty Mouse video. I really want to make that. That will probably be sometime this year. But now I'm moving to these longer form videos. I want to make sure the video ideas and packaging, everything is perfect. That's kind of important, way more important now than it was before. So if there's any fighters you want me to cover, I think we're really leaning into fighter documentaries. That's really the primary directive for me. Maybe I'll do another Shevchenko video, a proper Shevchenko doc. I don't know. Maybe Amanda Nunes. That's an interesting one. Good champion for sure. I just think he's overrated. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's underrated, if anything, to be honest with you. He doesn't get the respect he deserves. Which women's MMA GOAT is the most skilled? Most well-rounded, Shevchenko, for sure. For sure. Then Nunes. And Weili Zhang up there too. Very underrated. Maybe based the karate combat and the UFC fight is doing well over there. Maybe. It's just a bit. I don't really know. I feel like I've really honed my style now. That if I did anything like, not that I don't want to push the boat out and innovate, because I'm really trying to do that with the Volkanovski video and make it really good. But in terms of like a sort of angle to cover, that's very different from what I normally do. So I just don't know if I could do it really well. It's like I know Ivan's not in this chat right now, but he mentioned about doing the rise of the far right in the UFC, which I think is an excellent idea, and someone will probably do it before me if I don't. But like the rise of like the right wing media and all that shit, just around the UFC, there's that whole bubble. I'd just like to look at it from a sort of neutral perspective if I was to, but that's a really difficult angle for me to cover and different from what I normally do. Hence why I'm kind of apprehensive to making it. As much as I think the idea is great and I think it would do well. But I don't know. I'm torn, guys. Banger vid? Okay, interesting. I'm glad you think so. I think it would be a good idea. It's just one, I would get a shit ton of hate for it for one. I'll say that. I know that. I know this game. I know MMA. I know what most MMA fans are like, and that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I would piss off a lot of people. I think you guys probably know that. Because I don't align with that side, generally speaking, on 99% of issues. Well, not 99%, but most of them, let's say. So if I did a video on it, I would critique and I would criticize, and that would result in a lot of hate. Not that really bothers me, to be honest with you. I've had plenty of hate comments before, but I don't know if I can be asked for the discourse, to be honest with you. I don't really want to blend politics too much into my videos because I obviously am invested in that in politics to an extent. Like, it's not like I don't care about it, but I don't want to bring it into my work, you know. maybe I'll do it. As I was saying, intrinsically, it's a great idea for a video and actually is interesting. Just got to figure out an angle for it, maybe. Both sides. You think so? I don't know. Hamzat will fuck him up so bad. Probably rounds 1 or 2. Domino, I don't know. That's where he'd get the victory for sure. But after that, I don't know. I think it's Dricus' fight. Tough, man. You should also do a tier list of all the UFC fighters who are Eskimo bros with Dana. Oh, no. That's a crazy... That's an MMA guru type of video right there. Not me. He's racist in the MMA community. Shut up, bro. Well, you want a racism tier list? Is that it? There were a lot of hatred toward Indian people recently on the Twitter timeline. Crazy. And Jewish people, which is just dumb. I don't even know I even said that. I ain't getting into it. Not that I support Israel or any of that shit. Of course I fucking don't. But, I'm not, fuck it. It's a minefield I'm not going to get into. This is what you guys made me do. I'm not even touching it. Johan, what's up, my man? Sorry to you just on a very somber note there. I apologize. I'm good, my man. I'm doing very good. Mr. Late Streams has been moving with my girlfriend. Damn, where are you moving to? Obviously, you don't have to say if you're doxing yourself. My man. Do not do that. But I hope the move was smooth. I hope it went well. I appreciate you making the time, my bro. Shameless MMA all day. That is kind of a shameless video. If you're gonna do far right video, you got to have Bryson. Well, yeah, no shit. It'd be more. It wouldn't be a specific thing. It'd be more of a broad look. So I would delve into chapters and look at different people, but it would be an interesting angle I'd take from it. It's 100 miles from my parents' house. My God, I was moving to Sweden from my own country. Mad. That must be a pretty big change for you. Shit. Fuck, bro. I can't even. I mean, obviously, I can't relate to that, but I don't think I could move across to another country for a relationship. But oh, did I say miles? I meant meters. To be fair, you would assume it's miles, right? If you're moving house. In my defense, you would assume it's miles. So close though. I don't think I could do that. If I'm when I move out, I'm planning on moving out this year. When I move out, I'm not moving 100 meters away. I'll tell you that much. I want some distance. But I want to stay in London when I move. To be honest with you, I don't want to go anywhere else. I love it too much. I love it too much to leave. But we'll see. I don't know. Who knows what fate has in store, man. And that's all thanks to you guys. So I want to reiterate that when I do move out, that will literally because of each and every one of you in here. So that's pretty, isn't that crazy? That's pretty fucking nuts. When you drops that check, you get imagine. Nah, bro, I don't earn that much. I wish. One day we will. And obviously with this new pivot into the content, I probably won't be earning much money because I'm changing for a little while. But until we'll see the results come in, and over the long period of time, I think by the end of this year, we'll be in a really good spot. So, but we'll see. That's all thanks to you. Listen, I make a living out of this for you guys. Thanks to you guys. So, oh, you get the more you understand right-wing ideas. I mean, to an extent, like I think everyone naturally just shifts that way, like because new stuff comes in, and that's just how it goes. To an extent, of course, I'm not. I'm not like a massive fucking socialist or anything like that. I'm like centre left. I'm not. I'm not. But that's it. I'm not gonna go further than that. How's someone party when? For Johan, I imagine. Yeah, not for me. Maybe one day when I move out. Jay Shields. Oh, for sure. If I was gonna, yeah, I hate that guy. I hate that guy with a passion. It's ridiculous because he's like vocal on the whole Palestine shit. But he for all the wrong reasons. He just says all that shit because he hates Jewish people. Like it's because he's a Jewish. Yeah, he's like a conspiracy theorist. Jewish people hate her. Like it's ridiculous. Problem with far right is everything is so polarized. No one is willing to meet in the middle. That's just. I think that goes for both sides. I agree. Agree in the right video. I would. Of course, I would. Well, to an extent, I wouldn't say he's as bad. I think he probably just enables it a little bit more, which is never great. That's what I'm saying. It's such a messy video to make, and I'd just be pointing a lot of fingers and firing a lot of shots, which I want to refrain from doing that if I was to make it, because it's just such a messy video, And I don't really want to have to I'm like, I try, in my videos, even though I do more fighter documentary and story cinematic pieces now, even in my other stuff, like I would always remain pretty impartial, and I still do now. Generally speaking, barring I very, very rarely will give my own input in a video. So because it just invites people to, I mean, people still find a way. I clickbaited in my video and people just started slagging me off for doing it, for saying, he's got no technique. What are you talking about? Dricus got no technique. And it's like, did you even watch the video or did you comment 2 seconds in? It's like, obviously I don't think that. It's just what people used to say. Like, Jesus, man. Which fight was more dominant, Murad Piotr Yan or Volk Max 3? I'd probably say Murad Piotr Yan, but which one do I think was the better performance is Volk Max 3 for sure. Any more video plans? Still praying for a Masvidal 1? Yeah, Johan. So I don't know when's the last time which stream you were in the last time, but we're really changing the content style completely. I know I mentioned it earlier on stream, so sorry for repeating myself, but we're doing either at the moment the next video I'm making on won't be out till next month because it's gonna be a massive Volkanovski documentary and it's gonna be sick. So I'm leaning into much more longer, in-depth videos which take longer, but it'll be worth the wait. Mainly focused on fighter documentaries. I might do broader concept ones like my UFC fighters being doomed to fail video. I like that sort of style of thing. If I can think of a good angle, then I will do that. But mostly fighter docs. Masvidal 1, maybe if he gets back in the UFC. I know there's been rumors of that. So I'll tell you what, if he comes back to the UFC, maybe I'll do a video on him. Yeah, we'll see. Imagine UFC makes Bryce Levy. Yeah, that would be fucking crazy. Search you out for clickbait. Game's the game, man. Sounds great. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it'll be sick, man. It'll be sick. I'm telling you, I started putting it together now. I am behind because I've been ill and I haven't been able to record because I sound like a zombie. But we're better now, to be honest. We're getting there. I need a few more days for my voice to fully come back Because it might sound like okay now, and it mostly does. But trust me, when you're recording, you can really tell the difference. So, you know, I wanted to make sure it's perfect. Manel Cup, dog will be like, nah, not big enough name. His story's barely been written yet. So no. Not for now. Islam versus Max, who you got? Islam. Takes him down, drags him down. Sorry. On the feet, striking? Yeah, I mean Max then, obviously. Less people watch a cut video than a Pantoja video. Yeah, I agreed. I might actually do a Pantoja video because he's almost made a name for himself for being underrated, and that's an angle I could take. There's a potential there. I'm not going to promise anything. We'll see. At the moment, if I had to look at some names, I'm really considering doing the Marab one. I think he's really just in his ascendancy right now. I'd like to do a Marab documentary. I'm looking at the lists right now. Who can I do? Bilal Muhammad. I might do a Bilal video. Yeah, Bilal, I've not done a Bilal vid. And I think I can get a good angle for that. Shevchenko I'd like to do, but I'd probably wait until she retires. Or she has a retirement fight or whatever, or something like that. But not for a little while. Because thing is the problem, because I did all these weekly videos, I've done so many of these guys before. So there might be a lot of times where I'm just revisiting old fighters and giving them more respect with the video, like a more in-depth video, like an Aspinall documentary. I'm gonna definitely redo. In fact, I'll tell you what, if he fight for his next fight, I'll do an Aspinall video for sure. I know it'll be like the third time I've done one, but I don't care. I'll do it. I will do it. The Aspinall video, like it's weird. Like my Aspinall video is like my third most viewed one on my channel, I think, right? Or is it my second or third? Let's have a look. Isn't it broke 500k or something like ridiculous like that? 400k. Yeah, my most videos are my Victims of Dana White video somehow, which sucks now. Good angle though. Good video idea. My Conor McGregor video is my second most viewed. Then my Aspinall one, which I made over a year ago, is 411k, and that video sucks now. It's terrible. Then my History of the UFC video, which I knew would bang. I knew that shit would bang. It took a long time. But it's still getting views now. It's on 410k. Some other ones here and there. Yeah, my Dricus video is actually not, it's picking up some good steam there. Yeah, Tuivasa looks rough, man. Rough out there. Sean versus Corey, who wins? I don't know. Honestly, I love that fight, and I don't even want to make a prediction for it because I just like the style, and I couldn't even tell you, to be honest with you. Brandon Moreno vid for his Usyk fight. Nah, man. I like Brandon, but no, it will just not do well. You gotta understand, especially maybe if I was doing the weekly videos, I'd do it. But you gotta understand, like, if I'm committing to these longer form videos, I've got to do them on notable people. I'm not saying Moreno's not notable, but if we're talking about what's going to translate to views, because at the end of the day, I got to get paid, guys. So I want to find a video. I don't want to do. I know that sounds shallow, but it's just how it is. If I want to keep making content, I've got to make sure the videos are performing well. And if they're performing well, that means I can get brand deals. I can be a bit more financially lax, and I can do more adventurous videos, like a Moreno video, for example. That's just the game. I know it sucks, but that's how it is. So if I can do a video on someone who I want to make a video on and I'm passionate about whilst thinking it could do well, then I will. Hence why I'm doing the Volkanovski one. Cruz Doc says he just retired. I would, but getting footage on Cruz I could actually use would be a fucking bitch. I'm not joking. Honestly, that's the hardest part of this game, is finding footage I can actually use. Why is Cheetah video so shit? He's not shit. He's just not championship level, and there's no shame in that. Most people aren't. 2025 update to the history video. Yeah, I'll definitely do one at some point. I might do a, I don't know, a 2025, the complete 2025 guide to MMA or something, or whatever, like at the end of the year, like a recap video. Maybe. I wouldn't want to frame it like that because I don't think it would actually perform very well. Notable name, you can make the best MMA fight video on Leo. He just won on 307. Who the fuck won on 307? Why am I drawing blanks? 306 was the Sphere card. 308 was Taporia versus Holloway. Don't say. I'm going to guess it. No, that was... Oh, my God. How am I not knowing this? What the fuck was UFC 307? This is bad, guys. This is really bad. 305 was DDP Adesanya. 306 was the Sphere card. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, Pereira Roundtree. No, I know I would do Pereira, but I've done so many Pereira videos, man. I've done so many. I don't want to do another one where I'm repeating myself. I definitely will at some point, just not now. I get it. It's free views and shit. All my Pereira videos have generally indexed really well because he's the biggest name in the sport. Like, of course they have. But my God, I just can't be bothered anymore. I've told that Adesanya saga so many fucking times. I don't want to do it again. A little bit, nah, no one cares about Khalil Roundtree except from me and probably some of you as well. As much as I love Khalil, and he looked great in that fight, and it's a great. His story is actually really interesting. But no, I wouldn't want to. But I promise you, we're really leveling up these videos. McGregor Glaze channel? Hell no. I'd delete the channel before doing that. I'm just looking at the performances of my videos, which ones I can do. Oh. I think Mixed Martial Academic's dropping his, actually. He's got a Pereira video coming out. Oh, it's premiering right now. Fucking hell. I'm going to just say... I'm going to just say I'm on stream right now. He's gonna be lurking in my chat in a second. Easiest view farm ever. No, I'm joking. I had no idea this was premiering right now. Damn, I don't know how long this runtime is because it's premiering, but it's going for 50 minutes and it's still going. Knowing him, this shit is gonna be like 3 hours long. I swear to God. Oh, to be fair, the premiere was cut short a little bit. He knows the game, man. It's too good. Too good. Fuck. I don't know. There's some sort of source that some channels have. I don't know how they do it. To be fair, I mean, he's probably the writing king. If we're talking about narration and writing, he's probably the best. Oh, there you are. There you are, Tom. I can stream snipe if I want, bro. Let me do it. Let me do it. I literally said I knew you would jump in here in a second. How you doing, man? How long's the runtime on your video? How long's the runtime? I'm pivoting more to your sort of long form, in depth descents into madness, bro. So I'm joining the ranks of really long form videos. I know we talked about it ages ago, but I'm fully jumping into it now. I'm telling you, I'm doing a Volkanovski video. That shit is gonna be sick. I'll send you some of the shit I'm working on, like when it's like sort of rough cut ready, like at least some of it. Because I'm telling you, it's good. It's already coming along and it's looking fucking sick. So you're gonna like it, man. Next doc is the rise of Leo's Mallet. Yes, sir. How long can I go? To be fair, it's a fucking mess right now. You're making me self-conscious. But yeah, it is. Maybe I should do that. Someone said I should do a doc on myself, but I don't think my life's that interesting that I should do it. So I probably won't. But yeah, trust me, this Volk video, I'll send you like the framework I'm doing it, like the video packaging. Like I mean, I know you've done it. You've done a similar angle to it before. So is Patrick, and I think Lionel as well. But the way I'm basing the video, you'll like what I'm doing. It's cool. Yo, Leo, you seem chill, but Chelsea are shit. I agree with both statements. So we are shit right now, and I'd like to think I'm somewhat chill, but I wouldn't say that about myself. I'm there for you. Appreciate it, bro. It'll be sick. Trust me. But I don't know how long it's gonna be. I'm not talking like 3 hours long like your videos are. Never. But I don't think I could ever do that, to be honest with you. Logistically, it would just be a fucking shit show. I dread to think what your editing tabs look like. Do you literally do it in one timeline? Because there's no way you fit that on one timeline. I don't know how you do that. I'd go insane. I'd break it up. But yeah, my Volkanovski video is looking like 35, 40 minutes or something along those lines. But it's dense. It's gonna be dense. Nightmare matchups for current champs. That's not my kind of scene, Maxwell. I can't lie. I do storytelling shit. I can't tell stories with that. One timeline, baby. Keep autistic. Best face for editing. Straight up. Yeah, my workflow is actually the most horrendous shit you'll ever see. I'm not even gonna. Like, I would never do consultancy stuff for editing or anything like that because I don't think I could give good advice on how I do it because it's just the most inefficient shit you'll ever see. Ever. Kinza, what's up, my man? Good to see you again. It has been all a while. How you doing? I don't forget, man. I don't forget. Leo vs. Academic on Misfits. Winner gets to keep making docs. Lose us to be a McGregor McGlazer channel. Valid. Valid. To be fair, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the weight and height differences are looking like. If I was getting paid, I'd fight anyone on Misfits. Fuck it, it'd be funny. But I don't think I have the. I don't think I have the clout for it, so I probably won't. But then again, I like combat sports, and I've always wanted to do boxing. So I'd rather do it. If there was like an MMA one, I'd do it for sure because I got jiu-jitsu experience. But I feel like that's a little bit unfair, no? Surely you can only get people who've never trained before, or at least started training with that. I don't know. I fight Misfits, sure, man. Let's do it. If I was getting paid a good amount of money, fuck it. Give me that 10 and 10 contract. 10 to show, 10 to win. And then I got to pay my gym and my taxes and all of that shit. But I had a dream out in Clive subbing Pereira in round 1. No, that won't happen. Pereira was going to knock his ass out if I had to guess. Every time I've dreamt the result of a fight, it's literally gone the other way. So I never trust mine anymore. I actually had like I think it was when Leon Edwards fought Colby Covington. I had I had a dream that Colby would just club and subbed him, or won by decision. I can't remember, and I was like, "There's no fucking way that's happening." And of course, it didn't. Do you think Hamzat beats DDP? I think he does if he can get him out of there in the first couple rounds. After that, I'm not sure. Brook Shadowbox, absolutely not. No fucking way. Sean was robbed in the first fight. You can make the argument. Actually, robbery. No, you still can't. It was a close fight. Second fight, absolutely not. No way. 1, 2, 5, and 6. Okay, good bait, my boy. Good bait. Good fucking bait. Where is my... Okay, I just lost my stream tab there. I mean, Sean looks slow. I'll put it that way. He looks slow, man. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say... I mean, robbed is the crazy take. Cannonier versus Robocop. Banger fight. That's a good match. That's a good match there. That's a good matchmaking. Bit of matchmaking. 2 exams coming up this week. Fight camp hasn't started, if you know what I mean. I feel you. Don't stress too much about exams. School doesn't really fucking matter anyway. Listen, I got like average fucking grades, and it wouldn't have even mattered for what I'm doing anyway. I know YouTube's not like the fucking, not a common career per se. It's not what a lot of people do, so it's not a path most consider. But it's not the be all and end all, and I used to think it was, man. Are you doing uni? Well, I did uni as well. Uni's the same point. Uni doesn't matter that much either way. It goes for both. You don't need a degree to fucking be successful in life. You really don't. I wish I didn't spend 20. I wish I wasn't 27 grand in the hole, which I have to now have to pay off because of university. But here we are. I am. I'm an Ilya who wins. Ilya. I think Ilya wins. Sean uses Philly Shell. Most don't understand the defense because it's an old school technique. If you casuals knew how to score a fight, you would know Sean won with superior defense. Okay, that's bait. Bait like crazy. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. The fight is next week. Is it? I have the casual. That's what I'm saying. I don't know shit. That's a great fight though. I didn't even know. How do you know that shit? I would have done back in the day. Listen, but I was in your shoes like 4 years ago, and I would have known every fucking fight on the next week's card. But I just don't anymore. I don't have the time to check these things. I got adult shit, man. It's tough. I actually have to live now. I got to exist. I'm still not used to it. I don't feel like I'm an adult, but I am. I actually got to live, man. It's tough. See, Quinn's 92nd care, first fight of 312. Yeah, I did. I did see it. Yeah, so I know there's debate about the stoppage, but nothing. And in the main and co-main, that's the co-main or the main? Jesus. Sounds like a main fight night main event. That's a Cannoneer staple. Uni's free in my era. Are you serious right now? Are you sure you're not gonna mix up with college? I don't even know. You're not that stupid. You're probably right. Fuck. 9 grand a year, and I didn't even get a proper first year because of COVID. So, do I watch the cars live that start 1 a.m. time? Yeah, I watch them live. Yeah, I watch the pay-per-views live, and if it's a really good fight night, I'll stay up for it. But most of the time, I don't. But all the pay-per-views, I'll stay up for. Fortunately, yeah, Jesus. Yeah, I agree. The stoppage was fine. The stoppage was fine. He was out cold going down. I said it earlier. It wasn't a bad stoppage. Free no clue why it is. But yeah, but surely if you go to uni anywhere else in the country, it's not, right? I don't understand how that works. Or maybe it's a Scottish thing. I don't know. I ain't got a clue, man. I got to pay that back. So, just such bullshit. Such bullshit. Who's the better boxer between Piotr Jan or Max? Max Holloway, I think. I don't know. Ilia Topuria. Can I say that? Am I allowed that answer? Probably not. That's what I'm gonna say anyway. Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult to judge when you're going across weight classes. It's hard to say because the dynamic is completely different. So, Sammy, it's good to see you, bro. It's just a shame you're joining right as I'm about to head off. I mean, of course, the stream will be archived, so you can always watch it back if you're so inclined. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Candy Robocop main and Keita Zalal co-main. That's a banger fight, to be fair. Keita Zalal is a sick fight. And Zalal's got some good momentum coming recently, so good fight for both guys. Last pay-per-view I watched live was Charles Benil 289. Sunday morning, it's pretty excited if you rewatch them. And it doesn't fuck up your sleep. That's actually valid. If I could commit to that, I'd probably do it. But I just like going on social media and seeing the discourse around the fights. Like, it's just something. Being alive and watching in the moment is just different. Of course, it's better. Innately, it's going to be better. And I don't want to lose that. Each to their own. Dennis said he has something special for Islam. You think he's like, yeah, I think so. Chimaev DDP happens back end of this year, like August. Both UFC depression hits us on Sundays. KF, I don't mind because I'm tired as fuck usually when I watch Stay Up for the fights, so I ain't got an issue with it. And I like less of it, to be honest with you. Casual guide for 313? Nah, man, we're moving past those. I don't think I'm bringing back the casual guides for the foreseeable future. It's just, they get kind of boring to make. They're easy to make, and they generally pull pretty good views, but like, I don't really enjoy it that much. As much as I want to make these in-depth videos, I prefer, this is where I'm staying with these longer form, bigger projects. So I know it might not be you guys' thing, but it's what I want to do at the end of the day. It's my decision. So if you want to watch Casual's Guide, there's like Fighting Business does great things. They're called the Deep Dive. His Deep Dives are exactly the same thing, and those are just as good, if not miles better. So you can always go and check those out. There's plenty of other content creators in the game. But if you want the longer form documentary stuff, that's where I'm pushing. So live's different feeling. It is, man. Zalal and Topuria? Yeah, rematch would be interesting. But Topuria was on short notice. He looked gassed in that fight. JVD, I appreciate it, my man. Thank you for the company as well, for staying here. Thank you to all of you for being here. And that's probably a nice place to little round off before I jump off. Thank you so much for all of you for being here. As I said, big year coming up. Big change for the content, but hopefully it'll be worthwhile. This Volkanovski video is going to be fire. It's going to be my best project ever by a mile. So stay tuned for that. I know it's a long wait. I know it'll be out in March. I know it sucks, but it'll be worth it. I promise you that. And best believe I am working very, very hard to get it out for you. So stay safe, stay hydrated, have a good morning, night, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at in the world. I appreciate you. And I will see you on Thursday. Have a good one.